All right, the headphones are not connecting. There's one more way I can go about this, and it's if I join from my phone. So I'm gonna try that, and we'll see how the video looks. But if I do that, I'm just gonna need Jenna to make the other version of me, the phone version of me, also a host. So let me do that. All right, we'll just. Can someone in the comments tell me how the audio is from?
Hey Rachel, it's Tyler. The audio is fine now.
Is it okay from back here?
Yep.
You sure? Okay, because I'm used to using the headphones. All right, I'm gonna project. Nothing we can't overcome. All right, thanks, Taylor.
You're welcome.
All right, friends, let's meet on the mat. We'll start in a child's pose. So let's draw the knees nice and wide, big toes to touch, and crawl the fingertips forward. Let the forehead ground either on the mat or stack the fists or forearms as a pillow for the forehead. And as you settle into this first shape, maybe bring to mind a 1 to 10 scale. Give yourself an energy rating or just a how you're feeling rating. Without judgment, just try to give yourself an honest evaluation. Allow the breath to start to move through the body. And come to stillness to start out your practice. Whether it's headphones or something else throughout your day, sometimes things don't go the way you want them to, so leave that all off of the mat. I'm mainly talking to myself here. And just start to move forward with a clean slate. Good. If the fingertips aren't stretched forward yet, go ahead and crawl them out in front of you. And come all the way up onto fingertips. Maybe your palms and forearms start to float off the mat. A big breath in, fill up the space around your shoulder blades and upper back. Exhale, walk your fingertips over to the left. Really reach the right hip down towards the right heel, flare open the right side ribs. Notice if you're holding on to breath here. Good. Well, inhale to walk back through center, tent up high into your spider fingers. And exhale, walk over to the right. Plug the left hip down towards the left heel. Flare open the left side ribs. Breathe into that space on the outside of the left shoulder. If you sleep on one side might feel a little tighter here. Good. Inhale, come back through center. We'll draw the palms to touch, ground the elbows, bend at the elbows. Give yourself a pat on the upper back for making it to your mat this morning. Stretching out the triceps. You can maybe crawl the elbows a little bit more forward. Good. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward. We'll exhale, walk the hands into the knees. Then we'll sit off to one side and find a butterfly pose. Early butterfly pose. You can build your own adventure with the soles of the feet touching. Heels can either be nice and close to the glutes or extending away to get a little more towards the outer hips. So we'll open the feet like a book, straighten out the elbows, so you can inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the heart forward with a flat back. You can use the elbows to guide the knees a bit wider. You can stay right here in the stretch, or you can ease out of it with the breath, inhaling to lengthen slightly. Exhale, nose past the toes. Take 3 more rounds of breath here. If you want to take it a bit more passively, you can let the chin roll into the chest, getting a bit more into the upper back. Good. We'll slowly come out of it. We'll go from butterfly to a nice, comfortable cross-legged seat. So you can sit up on a prop if that is more comfortable in the hips. And then we'll bring our hands either down onto the thighs or one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Either soften or close the eyes here, or just rest your gaze on a comfortable spot. The shoulders melt back and down. Feel the breath moving through the torso. We'll start to move the breath a bit more intentionally. So start with an exhale, press the air out of the body. Inhale through the nose, let it just lift that top hand, expand the chest and the collarbones. Open mouth, exhale, press the air out. Inhale through the nose, let it expand the ribs and the chest, that top hand. Exhale to release. Inhale, expand the low belly, ribs, chest, and throat. Exhale to let it go. And a few more rounds of breath here. When you're ready, you can close the lips, let the exhales come through the nose. Starting to find that ocean sounding breath, some warmth in the back of the throat. Good. On our next exhale, release the hands down onto the knees if they're not there yet. We'll roll over the knees, find our way into all fours and tabletop. Move any props to the side. We'll stack our shoulders over our wrists, hips over the knees. Toes are untucked, fingertips are spread wide. Good. Send the inside creases of the elbows to face forward. Wrap the shoulder blades left and right on the upper back. And knit close the bottom ribs so the tailbone reaches out behind you. Low core is engaged. Just feel strong, rooted, and stable in this shape. We'll inhale for cow pose. Drop the belly down. Reach the head and hips up. Shine the heart forward. Exhale for cat pose. Press the mat away. Dome up the upper back. Gaze at the belly button. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Take this at your own pace. Maybe add on, you can take those circles in the head and hips that we took last week if that feels good. Maybe you come up onto fists or bring something else into this shape that feels right. Gonna take a couple more rounds here, even out anything you may have taken on one side. Then we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Good. From here, send the right leg long behind you. Tuck the toes under, get a nice calf stretch. Rock forward and back on the ball of the right foot. Starting to lengthen out the back line of that right leg. And we'll inhale to stillness, reach the right leg up to hip height, and pause here. Equally distribute the weight between your hands. Flex through that right foot and close off the bottom ribs. Take the bend out of the low back. Reach the heel an inch higher. Wake up the glute and hamstring connection. We'll exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose. Press the mat away. Find a bit of cat in the upper back. Lift from that hip crease. Inhale to kick back. Exhale to draw in. Once more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round, press through the palms. Good. Inhale to lengthen back. Exhale, return to tabletop. Take a cat-cow, reset the spine. Come back to the breath. Good. Second side. Inhale, send the left toes long behind you. Tuck them under. Get a nice calf stretch. Rocking forward and back. Good. And we'll come to stillness. The next inhale, reach the left leg up to hip height and pause here. Distribute the weight equally through your palms. Level off the hips and lift an inch more from the heel. Reach the heel away from the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose. Press the mat away. Good. 2 more with your breath. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drop it down. Good. Cat-cow, rinse it out. Good. From here, we're going to angle our shins over to the right and extend the left leg out so the inner arch of the foot grounds with the floor. Find a modified side plank here. Reach the left fingertips tall. Stack the shoulders here and just settle into the shape. Notice what shows up. Maybe it's a bit of a stretch along the outside of the hip here. Good. We'll stay right here, reaching the left fingertips tall, or if you'd like, reach the left fingertips up and over. Get a bit of a banana C curve shape with the whole body. Good. And then we'll reach that left leg up to hip height. So now we have one long line on the left side. Take an inhale, reach from fingertips to toes, flex through the left foot. Exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Use that oblique. Good. Just 2 more here. Inhale, reach. Exhale towards the midline. Good. Once more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, try to connect. Good. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, lower the left foot, and then we'll close it off. Come back to a tabletop. Maybe shake out that right wrist. Take a cat and cow, reset the spine. Find the breath. And we'll take it to the other side. So send the toes over to the left. Right leg reaches out behind you. Seal the inner arch with the mat. Plant through the left palm and reach the left fingertips tall. Make sure that base is nice and wide, so left foot almost at a 90-degree angle to the rest of the leg. Stack the shoulders here. Notice what's showing up on this side. We'll extend through those top fingertips and then reach them up and over. Getting a little more of a side body stretch. Good. Inhale, reach that right leg up to hip height. One long line on this right side. Extend from flexed toes to fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow towards your knee. Try to connect. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. Once more, starting to warm up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, reach it out. Lower the right foot, then close it off. We'll draw the right toes back in. Maybe shake out the left wrist. And we'll walk the hands about a handprints width forward. Tuck the toes under. Set the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take it forward walk here, pedal out the heels. Shake the head no and yes. Maybe shrug the shoulders. Let it be full of movement. And we'll find some stillness. Gaze forward at the hands, really claw through the mat with the fingerprints. Suction cup the mat with your palms, and then spin the inside creases of the elbows forward. That same nice openness on the upper back. Bring a slight bend to the knees, press the chest back towards the thighs, open up the back line of the body. It's okay if the heels don't touch. Focus on a long spine. Inhale to seal in this shape. Big exhale to settle in. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Starting to explore, letting the head fall below the heart. Good, we'll inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose, tiptoe your feet to meet your hands. Grab for opposite elbows. And let the chest rest on the thighs. Shake the head no and yes, let the whole torso round over the legs. You can rock more weight towards your toes, opening up the backs of your legs. Good. We'll reach the fingertips down towards the mat. Tuck the chin in towards the chest and gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Maybe up to mountain pose. Take a couple shrugs at the top. And we'll meet here, standing firmly. Fingertips energetically spread wide by our sides. Bring some slack into the knees. Reach the tailbone down and the hip points up. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Maybe smile here. Feeling the feet really connect with the surface beneath you. Maybe noticing a slight sway or rocking. Inhale, reach the fingertips tall for tall mountain. And pause here, catch the right wrist overhead. Inhale to lengthen out the sides of the waist. Exhale, tip over to the left. Stamp down through the right foot, turn a little more, lengthen out the side body. Keep the chest nice and proud. Good. Inhale up through tall mountain, switch your grip. Exhale over to the right. Wrap the right shoulder under, left shoulder back. Inhale through center, release your grip. Exhale for a baby back bend. Cactus the elbows, spin the pinkies, and then lift the chest. Press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes to protect the low back. Good. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Draw the palms to heart center, hinge from the hips. Inhale for your halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, high plank pose. Step back to the top of the push-up. Shoulders over wrists. Then we'll ground the knees and untuck the toes. Inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, lower down with control. Hug the elbows in towards your ribs. Inhale for baby cobra. Press into the tops of the feet as you lift the palms. Drive the elbows back towards your hips. Exhale to lower down. Inhale through tabletop. Come back to all fours. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips reach up and back. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, settle in. Once more here. Inhale, inflate. Exhale to sink and ground. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Draw the fingertips to your shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Then we'll tee out the arms, reverse your swan dive out around and up to a tall mountain. Watch the lights if you have them above you. Grab onto the right wrist and then tip over to the left. Really root down through both feet here. Inhale through center, switch your grip. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, baby back bend. Squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, high plank, step it back once again. Good, knees can be up or down here. Inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, lower in one piece with control, elbows hug in. Untuck the toes at the bottom, keep the palms planted by your ribs. Inhale, cobra pose, slight bend in the elbows, keep pressing into the tops of the feet to protect the lower back, lift the chest and chin. Exhale to lower back down. Good, tuck the toes, either rise up through high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips reach up and back. 2 breaths here, settle in. Try not to anticipate. One more breath in here. Full breath out. Good, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Find some softness. Inhale, tee out the arms, reach out around and up. Find the right wrist overhead. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale through center, switch the grip. And exhale over to the right. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, baby back bend. Spin the pinkies in, lift the chest. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, high plank pose, step it back. Knees can be up or down here. Inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, lower halfway down for chaturanga. Have the elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip to the tops of the feet, straighten the elbows. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips reach up and back. Take 3 full rounds of breath here. Softening through the face. Relaxing the jaw. Good, we'll inhale to gaze forward at the hands. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, reach out around and up to tall mountain. Exhale, just go for the baby back bend, open up the front body, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach your tall. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, reset the spine. Exhale, step the left toes back, find a low lunge on the left. Widen out your base here, settle into this shape. Stack knee over ankle. And we'll ground the back knee and untuck the toes. We press into the tops of the feet. We'll clasp the hands whichever way we like on top of our right thigh. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. And start to lean the weight forward, opening up the left quad. Feel the breath moving through, the heartbeat dancing around. Good. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. Let's angle out the back shin about 45 degrees and heel toe the right foot over slightly. So we're in a grounded warrior two. The hips here should be in line with the front left corner of the mat. Just a great foundational shape just to check in with the alignment. Try not to let it be on autopilot. Then we'll open up the arms as if we were in warrior two. You can either press into the top of the left foot, or if it's more comfortable to have the toes tucked under. If you want to bring some extra cushion under the knee. Feeling that opening along the front of the left hip. Grounded warrior two. Good, we'll draw the hands back to the hips. Send the left toes back parallel. And heel toe the right foot to the right. A little bit of balance challenge. Then we'll frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, and straighten out the back knee. Okay, we'll inhale, rise up for a high crescent lunge, slight bend in the back knee. Bringing those hands to the hips, shrug the shoulders back and down. Then we'll reach the fingertips forward and up, high crescent lunge. Good, lengthen through the sides of the waist. Keep that slight bend in the back knee nice and high on the back toes. Magnetize the inner thighs towards one another. Feel everything pulling towards the midline. Good, inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, find that baby back bend once again, bending from behind the heart, opening up the front body. Good, inhale, reach the fingertips tall. Exhale, burst it open to a warrior two. Heel toe the right foot over to the left. Back heel seals about 45 degrees. We have that same open angle to the front left corner of the mat in the hips. Pull up on the back kneecap, really strong back leg. We'll inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm grounds, left fingertips reach up and over. Rotate the torso open towards the ceiling. Take some weight out of that bottom forearm. Good, we'll inhale to rise up, straight arms, straight legs, setting up for reverse triangle. Flip the front palm up, tip it up and back. Let the left fingertips rest on the back thigh or onto the sacrum. A bit of opening along this right hip. Good, inhale, rise up, straight arms, straight legs. We'll bring all our toes to face the long edge of the mat, and then right away into a warrior two at the back of the mat. Good. Hips are open to the back right corner, and settle into this shape. Inhale to reach it forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Fingertips reach up and over. Opening up the hips here, spinning the chest open to the ceiling. Inhale to rise up, straight arms, straight legs, lift the front palm up. Exhale, tip it up and back, reverse triangle. Right fingertips rest on the back thigh or on the sacrum. Let the breath slow down, drop the left shoulder away from the left ear. Good. Inhale, rise up, straight arms, straight legs. And we'll frame that front left foot so we're facing the back of the mat. Step the left toes to meet the right and take your road to downward facing dog. Inhale for your back bend of choice. Exhale, tip it up and back, down dog. Good. Take a breath in through the nose. Maybe flutter out the lips, let some heat go. 2 more rounds of breath here, slow it down. Good. Inhale, gaze forward at the hands. Exhale, tiptoe to meet your feet at the back of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tee out the arms around and up. Exhale, baby back bend, open up the front body. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slide the right toes back. Low lunge on the right, framing the right foot, or the left foot. We'll ground the back knee, back right knee, and untuck the toes. We'll clasp the hands whichever way feels funny on top of the left thigh. Drag the shoulders back and down, and sink low into the hips. Press into the top of the right foot, open up the right quad a bit more. Good. Then we'll bring the hands to the hips, angle out the back right shin about 45 degrees, and then heel toe the left foot over to the right a bit more. So we find this grounded warrior two on the left. Hips are open, reach the fingertips long, gaze past the front middle finger. Really press in, either press into the top of the right foot or tuck the toes if that's more comfortable for the knee. Good. Getting used to this shape, a bit of a different expression. Draw the hands back to the hips, re-angle out the back shin as you walk the left foot over, a bit of balance. Then we'll frame the front foot and lift the back knee, setting up our low lunge once again. Good. Inhale, draw the hands to the hips, rise up high, crescent lunge. Hips are squared to that short edge of the mat. Slight bend in the back right knee. Good. Inhale, reach the fingertips tall, high, crescent lunge. Exhale for that baby back bend, open up the chest. Good. Inhale, reach the fingertips tall. Exhale, open up warrior two on the left. So let that angle settle back into the hips. Gazing up the back edge of your mat. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. This round, if you'd like to take a half bind, you can drop the right arm around the low back, either pressing the back of the palm towards the sacrum or crawling the fingertips all the way through the inside of the left thigh. Nice chest opener here. You feel your right lung expand a bit more. Good. Release your half bind if you took it. Inhale, rise up, straight arms, straight legs. Flip the front palm up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Same options, either fingertips on the right thigh or around towards the sacrum. Good. Inhale, rise up straight arms, straight legs. We'll bring all our toes to face the long edge of the mat. And right toes point forward. Come back to a warrior two facing the front. Opening up the hips here. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle on the right. Option to stay here or take that half bind, reaching towards the sacrum or towards the right inner thigh with the left fingertips. Spin the chest open. Good, bind, release. Inhale, rise up straight, arms straight legs, flip the front palm up. Exhale, tip it back, reverse triangle. We plug that right shoulder in towards the right ear. Good, inhale, rise up, rebound the front knee, warrior two. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, and take your road to downward dog. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, up and back. 3 rounds of breath here. Good, inhale, gaze forward at the hands. Exhale, tiptoe your feet to meet your hands. And we'll widen the feet about as wide as the mat, into a bit of a wider forward fold. If you have a block or a pillow, something to bring the floor closer to you, let's bring that in now. We'll ground through the left palm, bend the left knee. Inhale, reach the right fingertips tall for an open twist, getting into the IT band and the outside of the right calf. If you want to draw the right toes more towards center, grounding through the heel. Might change the stretch. Maybe explore rocking your weight towards your toes and towards your heels. Good. Take some wrist rolls on the way down as we switch sides. All our toes pointing forward, ground through the right palm, bend the right knee. Inhale, reach the left fingertips tall. Good. If from here you want to point the left toes in slightly, changing the stretch. We rock the weight forward and then back. Nice active cooling here. Take some wrist rolls on the way down. And heel toe the feet back to hips width distance in a forward fold. Okay, so we've seen the right side of our mat a couple times. Now we're going to start on the left so that we can see the other side. So from this forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, tee out the arms, reach out around and up. Tall mountain. Exhale, baby back bend, open up the front body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slide the right toes back to start. So we're starting on the left. Good. This time we'll keep the back knee lifted, feet at hips width distance. Inhale, right into our high crescent lunge, slight bend in the back knee. Good. Lengthen through the sides of the waist, take a breath in. Exhale for that baby back bend. Inhale, reach it tall. Exhale, find crescent lunge with airplane arms. Hinge the chest forward, reach the fingertips back. Magnetize the pinkies towards one another. From here, ride the inhale open to warrior two. Seal the back heel down. Hips open to the right corner of the mat. Good. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Same 2 options. You can take this expression or with the half bind. Or if you'd like to go for the full bind, the left shoulder can drop below the left thigh. Fingertips reach around and clasp on the outside of the left hip. Now, if at any point the right shoulder starts to collapse in, ease out of it and trust where you are today. So great strength there for the left hamstring if you're in that full bind. The grounding through the sole of the left foot. Good. Half and full binds release. Gently come back to our extended side angle. Inhale, rise up, straight arms, straight legs. Flip the front palm up. Tip it up and back for a bit of release, reverse triangle. Good. Inhale, rise up, straight arms, straight legs. We'll point all our toes to the long edge of the mat and pause here this time. Let's bring the toes out, heels slightly in. Inhale, star pose, lengthen through all sides of the body. Exhale, drop down to horse pose, draw the palms to heart center. Reach the knees back and away from you, stack them over the heels in line with the toes. Let the tailbone reach down, protect the lower back. Drive through the heels. Inhale, rise up, star pose. Exhale, drop down, horse pose. Just 3 more here with your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, horse. Beautiful. Feel that heartbeat dancing around. Inhale, rise up. Straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, find a warrior 2 on the right, so towards the back of your mat now. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Same 3 options. You can stay here, find a half bind with the left arm, or a full bind, connecting the fingertips, keeping the chest nice and proud, open to the side. Again, if the left shoulder starts to collapse in, ease out of it. Take 2 more full breaths here, really rooting through the sole of the right foot, picking up the whole back line of the right leg. Good. If you're in a bind, gently release, come back to extended side angle. Inhale, rise up, straight arm, straight leg, slip the front palm. Exhale, tip it back, reverse triangle. Find the breath here. Good. Inhale, tee out the arms, point the legs towards the long edge of the mat. We'll angle out the toes, bring the heels in. Inhale, star pose, lift the chest. Exhale, horse pose, find that alignment, knee over ankle and in line with the toes. And then we'll drop the palms down onto the thighs and settle in here. You can lock out the elbows, and this time really let the shoulders come up towards the ears, so the low back can kind of traction here, tailbone reaching towards the floor. Inhale to puff up the chest, take some weight out of the hands. Exhale, drop one shoulder and gaze past the other. Inhale through center, lengthen the spine, use the breath. Exhale the other way. Take this with the pace of your breath. A couple more times. Maybe you challenge the balance and close the eyes. Maybe you hang out on one side that needs a little extra love. Use the exhales to twist and the inhales to create space and length. Good. If you need to even it out, go ahead. We'll meet back in a star pose. Take a breath in, take up space. Exhale, find your warrior 2 back at the front of your mat, so over the left leg. Inhale here, find stillness. Exhale to frame the front foot. Step the left toes back. Take your road to downward dog. Three rounds of breath here. Good, we'll inhale to gaze forward at the hands. Exhale, find a forward fold. We'll take a cooling posture and bring some relief into the wrists. So we have a few options. You can either take your peace fingers around the big toes, bring a nice generous bend to the knees and let the elbows splay out to the side. If you'd like to take standing hand to foot pose, bend the knees, lift one foot at a time and slide the palms face up underneath your feet. Maybe give your wrists a little bit of a massage with the toes. Or if you'd like to take ragdoll pose, clasping opposite elbows. The goal here is to find a restorative shape, a cooling shape, the head below the heart. So wherever you go, find about 5 breaths or so. Good. Start to release out of whatever shape you took. Come back to a forward fold. Keep a slight bend in the knees. Tuck the chin to the chest. And gently roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let the head come up last. Once you land at the top, take a couple shoulder rolls. Good. We'll set up for some balancing here. So find a nice hips width stance. A point to focus on that's not moving, called the dristi. And start to rock your weight from side to side. Let the feet get used to bearing the weight here. Then the next time you end up towards the left, let the right toes do a little dance, draw some semicircles. Move that center of gravity over the standing leg. And we'll move this to tree pose. So 3 options. You can kickstand the toes, ground the sole with the calf, or avoiding the knee, the sole with the inner thigh. So wherever you go, avoid pressing that knee from side to side. Nice proud chest point, that right knee out towards the right. And let the branches go wherever feels good. Notice if we're holding on to breath. You're feeling that standing leg calibrate and keep you steady. And take one more inhale here. Exhale, lower down and shake it out. Good. Second side here. Ground the feet, rock from side to side. Eventually lean over to the right. Let the left toes draw some semicircles. And then we'll find our option for tree pose, either kickstand, calf, or inner thigh. Point the knee out to the left. And find your expression for your branches. Press that standing leg right back into the lifted foot. Keep everything pulling in towards the midline. Notice where the breath goes. Take one more inhale here. Gently release down and shake it out. Let it go. Good. Come back to the top of the mat. Into standing. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward and up, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, either take a flow or go straight back to downward facing dog. Good. From here, we'll lift the right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee and open up the hip. Good. Reach the heel towards the left glute, square off the shoulders, press the chest straight back towards the left thigh. Flex through your foot. Inhale, square off the hips, lengthen the right heel. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Right knee towards the right wrist crease, left toes extend out behind you. You can support the hips with a prop here, or take the whole shape on your back in a supine figure 4. Crossing the right ankle over the left thigh and drawing the knees into the chest. Keep both feet flexed if you take that shape. If we're upright here, lengthen out the spine, come up high on the fingertips, and lower down to your expression of half pigeon. Either standing on palms, dropping to forearms, or extending the fingertips all the way out. In this shape, think about rotating the inseam of your thigh towards your face. So you're externally rotating the hip. And bring the awareness back to the breath. As you do so, with each exhale, allow some tension to melt out of places where it doesn't need to be. And take about 3 more rounds of breath on this side. Good. If you're on your back, you can go ahead and switch sides. If you're upright, press back up onto palms. Tuck the left toes under and send the right toes back to downward dog. Maybe take some circles through the knee and hip if that feels good. And then we'll all meet in down dog. Good, second side. Inhale, kick the left heel high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Square off the shoulders, press the chest straight back. Good, inhale, square it off, kick through the left heel. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Same option with the prop underneath your left glute, or taking the whole shape on your back. Lengthen out the spine just like a halfway lift, flex through the left foot. Exhale, make your way down to your half pigeon. Taking that same action to externally rotate the left hip. Give yourself a couple exhales to release tension. Maybe throughout the face, the jaw, neck and shoulders. And find about 3 more breaths on this side. One of the unique parts of yoga that I really like is the use of the breath as the pacer. Some days you'll be moving and grooving, breaths are moving quickly. And some days they need to slow down, and that might vary even within a practice. So letting the breath guide the movement and the pace of the movement really allow you to stay connected rather than just counting or doing it out of habit or out of necessity. And if you're upright, come to press up onto fingertips. We'll sit our weight over to the left and swing the right leg around. If you're on your back, rock and roll up to a seat. Send the feet out in front of us, point the fingertips away. Windshield wiper the shins from side to side. Good. We'll extend both legs out. Maybe scoop the meat from under your seat. Really feel the sit bones ground. Then flex the left toes up by your face. Cross the right leg up and over, either by the knee or closer to the hip. Good. We'll give the right knee a hug with the crook of the left elbow. Tent up on the right fingertips behind you. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, gentle twist over to the right. Keep the left toes flexing up towards your face. Maybe on your next breath, as you exhale, you can twist a bit deeper, drawing the elbow to the outside of the right knee. Try to keep the spine long. Good. We'll inhale to gaze forward, gently come out of it. Take a slight counter twist over to the left. Just ground the palms, bend the elbows, drop the chest down. Good, and we'll switch sides. Extend the right toes forward. Cross the left leg up and over in line with the knee or closer to the hip. Flex your right toes up by your face. Give your left knee a hug with the right arm. Ground the left fingertips behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the left, gentle twist. At each inhale, bring in length, and each exhale, bring in depth. Again, if there's room, you can hook the right elbow on the outside of the left knee and twist to the left even deeper. Good. We'll unravel gently, draw both palms to the right, then the elbows, drop the chest down. Good. Inhale through center, bend both knees, draw the soles of the feet down. We'll reach out in front of us, tuck the chin to the chest and gently roll down onto your back. Use the core as brakes. Good. Draw the heels nice and close to your glutes. Plant the palms by your sides, gaze is straight up. Inhale for bridge pose, press through the soles of the feet. And one long line from knees to hips to shoulders. The breath moves steadily, resetting the spine after those twists. Thinking about breathing in between each vertebrae. Gonna take one more breath in here and exhale, gently lower down. We'll take one more round of bridge. Option for a chest opener. Inhale for bridge pose. Option to stay here or clasp the hands, roll onto the triceps, and puff up the chest. Bit of a deeper back bend, so keep the inner thighs and glutes engaged. Protect the lower back. Good. Roll off the triceps, unclasp the hands, and gently lower down. Draw the knees into your chest, give yourself a hug here, massage out the lower back. Good. And then we'll widen the arms nice and wide, so making a wide V with the hands. Bring the knees up to a reverse tabletop and reach the low back towards the mat so you feel the low belly engage. Good. Inhale, let the knees fall over to the right and let them hover. Keep the left shoulder grounded, press down through the left palm. Exhale, draw it back through center. Let the inhale take you over to the left. Hover the knees. Exhale, let it draw you back through center, really root through the low back. Okay, take these a couple more times from side to side, just stabilizing the core. Use the exhales to draw you back in. Inhales to either side. Good. And once you've evened it out, draw the knees back into the chest, nice and softly. We'll hold on to the right knee, extend the left leg long. Inhale, hug the right knee up towards the right shoulder. Exhale, supine twist on the right. Drape the right leg up and over to your cactus out the right arm. Focus on grounding the shoulders before the right knee. If you want to support your right knee with a block, keep it up at hip height. And just like in our seated twists, let the inhales lengthen the spine and the exhales deepen and soften the twists. Good. We'll unravel, draw the right knee into the chest. Switch it out for the left. If you use the block on one side, bring it over to the other. Inhale, hug the left knee up and in. Exhale, supine twist on the left. Maybe catch the block. Ground the left shoulder. And reach through the left fingertips. Settle in here using the breath. Let the inhales lengthen. The exhales deepen and soften. Good. Inhale, guide the left knee back in. Bring the right knee in to meet it. Give yourself another big hug, either in front of the shins or behind the thighs. We'll finish with happy baby. Widen the knees. Either grab for the outsides of the feet or the backs of the thighs. Shine the soles of the feet towards the ceiling and reach the sacrum and tailbone down. Bring a slight natural curve back to the lower back. We rock from side to side. You can straighten out one leg and then the other. And then when happy baby has run its course, take your final shavasana. Either extending the legs all the way out, toes flap out wide, take up lots of space. You can take a fallen bridge or a supine butterfly or any other shape that feels restorative and soft in your practice. Take a couple breaths to scan from bottom to top, bringing in softness and warmth. And I will guide us out when it's time. Slowly start to bring your awareness back inward. Start out by noticing the breath and bringing in small movements and sensations through the fingers and toes. You can take a full body stretch. If you'd like a bit more upper back opening, grab onto the elbows, make a little square for your head, and then pull on either elbow so you open up the upper back and the outsides of the shoulders. Good. We'll release our hands down, draw the knees into the chest with ease, one at a time. Give yourself one more hug here, maybe rock from side to side. We'll clasp behind one thigh and let the other foot go straight up towards the ceiling. Flex through both feet, take a big breath in. Smooth exhale as you kick through both heels. Come up to a seat. And then we'll meet in a comfortable crisscross. Sit bones grounded, palms down on the knees or maybe back on the torso. Either soften or close the eyes here. Let the head orient itself over the heart. Maybe bring that 1 to 10 rating back to mind. Your energy level, just your overall state. Give yourself a new rating. Maybe it's changed, maybe not. Good. You can keep the eyes closed or gently flutter them open. Draw the palms down onto the thighs. We'll inhale, reach the hands out, around and up. Let the palms meet overhead. Exhale, draw the base of the thumbs to the center of the forehead. Thank yourself for finding your mat this morning, for moving with your breath and your intention. Next, inhale, hands out, around and up. Exhale, draw the base of the thumbs to the center of your lips and thank those who joined you in community for bringing their natural energy level and moving with their breath. And final breath together, hands out, around and up. Exhale, draw the base of the thumbs to the heart. We'll rub the palms together, bring some heat between the hands. And then place palm over heart. Bow the chin towards the chest. From my heart to yours, friends, namaste. Thanks, everyone. I hope the audio is okay. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you on Thursday.